This, ladies and gentlemen, is Bakir al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, who was just killed in a raid. Or was he? It really depends on who you're speaking to. According to this Obama White House photographer, he suggests that the Trump Situation Room photo that's unfolding of the Baghdadi raid that we see here was staged. We also have this, sour grapes. Russia claims no proof U.S. killed ISIS terror chief. Russia dismisses Trump's Baghdadi victory lap as just propaganda. And, of course, the Washington Post had to change their tune. They originally had a headline saying that the terror leader was an austere religious scholar, but they later had to change their tune, referring to Bakir al-Baghdadi as the extremist leader of the ISIS state, dying at age 48. So what on earth is going on? Well, we're going to get to the bottom of this in this video, because depending on who you talk to, he died a long time ago, he died in the raid just the other day, maybe he's not dead at all. We'll get to the bottom of it in this video, but before we do, I want to remind you that this channel relies 100% solely on support to come directly from you, the viewers. So we're counting on you here to support our efforts to bring you this information. So if you appreciate the work I'm doing, please click the links right here on the screen or in the description below to find out how you can donate with a one-time contribution, or how you can join as a PFD patron or a PFT member. All right, so let's dive in with this Zero Hedge article. Baghdadi evaded 2 or 3 American raids before the critical tip that led to his downfall. A little over a month after U.S. newspapers published reports about a new audio message and image of the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the semi-mythical terrorist kingpin, who has reportedly been killed several times in the past, allegedly detonated a suicide vest during a raid by American Special Forces. The explosion killed him and several of his children, according to the official account of the confrontation, and a DNA test was promptly conducted on location to ascertain it was indeed Baghdadi who was killed, the perplexing narrative goes. However it happened, the killing of Baghdadi was a major PR win for Trump, who has been touting the fact that ISIS has been 99% eliminated for months now. Let's not forget that Trump has been going on and on saying how they've basically defeated ISIS. It's like Bush all over again, mission accomplished. But according to Bloomberg, it almost didn't happen. Baghdadi had previously ended several American attacks in the weeks prior to his deaths, and there were some doubts that whether this critical tip was still good. The CIA first started receiving surprising information about Baghdadi's general location over the summer. Interesting how that's coming from the CIA. We'll get to that a little later. According to the tips, he was hiding in a village deep inside a part of northwestern Syria controlled by rival fundamentalist groups. Per the New York Times, Syrian and Iraqi Kurds were tremendously helpful in providing this information. But the final tip that helped inspire the raid came after the arrest and interrogation of one of Baghdadi's wives and a courier, the New York Times reported. So they're not really attributing this to the Kurds, but saying there is slight involvement. In fact, that has them rather upset about the situation. Kurdish Informant provided key intel in an operation that killed ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. The informant proved to U.S. intelligence that he had direct access to Baghdadi this summer by turning over the ISIS leader's used underwear and a sample of his blood. Kurdish-led forces allied with the United States provided information, including used underwear for a DNA analysis, that was key to the operation that killed the Islamic State group's leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of the Kurdish forces in Syria, said on Monday. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, General Mazloum Abdi of the Syrian Democratic Forces said his intelligence services had a source deep in Baghdadi's inner circle who described a room-by-room layout of the terror leader's compound on the Turkish border, including the number of guards, floor plans, and tunnels. Kurdish intelligence operatives who managed the source passed that information to American forces, giving U.S. Special Ops a better understanding of Baghdadi's safe house before striking it according to Abdi. Abdi said the unidentified source was on location during the raid and left with the attacking U.S. forces. The source, whom Abdi described as one of Baghdadi's security advisors, proved to U.S. intelligence that he had direct access to Baghdadi this summer by turning over the ISIS leader's used underwear and later a sample of his blood. U.S. intelligence tested those samples and got positive DNA matches for Baghdadi, kicking the hunt into high gear. The informant stole the underwear about 3 months ago, and the blood sample was taken roughly a month ago, a Kurdish official said. President Donald Trump thanked Syrian Kurds on Sunday for their role in the U.S. operation. In the address to the nation live from the White House, Trump said the Kurds did not play a military role in the dangerous and daring raid, but provided some information that turned out to be helpful. For many Kurdish people, the brief acknowledgement coming after Trump thanked Russia and other nations did not sufficiently recognize their role in the raid, as well as the 11,000 men and women of the Kurdish-led forces who have lost in almost 5 years against the ISIS fight. Men and women they've lost. The perceived lack of recognition only adds to hardening feelings among Kurds in northern Syria, furious over Trump's decision to withdraw, a move that critics see as a betrayal of the longtime U.S. allies and one that cleared the way for Turkey's incursion in the region. And here's where we're getting to the real crux of the matter here. This idea of the Syrian withdrawal, which, as I tried to say a while back in this video, proof the Syrian withdrawal plan was a ruse for more war. And I break it down in that video. I'll include a link in the description. But in this video, I also break down the proof that ISIS is, in fact, a creation of the West. And that's what this really, really all boils down to. This is a criminal elements within the CIA intelligence networks who set up ISIS from the get-go. And this is all to keep us in fear. This is all about order out of chaos. The Islamic State still poses a threat after al-Baghdadi's death. Yeah, of course he does. This is all about reigniting the boogeyman and drumming up the war drums surrounding Syria once again. Not only for the U.S. and Syria, Canada as well. I posted this. ISIS warned of a Canadian attack soon to come. And this was on November 13th of 2015 that the ISIS leader said this, and I can only find this audio recording now from my video from years ago. This is the guy who's just allegedly killed, saying there will be serious retaliations on nations like Canada for what they're doing in the Middle East. And now we have articles like this coming out. Canada's threat level stays at medium following death of ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. Is anything better? Are people safer? Is anything better off now that this guy is allegedly dead, having allegedly already died a number of times? No, they're using this to drum up the war drums surrounding Iran and Syria once again. Again, guys, it all boils down to order out of chaos. That is the modus operandi. That is how they achieve their order, by creating enough problems and wars and suffering, that out of the ashes of that can emerge their solution, which has been predestined and pre-designed all along. And the solution is to give up your sovereignty, to give up your individual sovereignty, to give up your national sovereignty, and to succumb to the global collective order. Can't we all just get along? Let's just unite into one glorious new world order, and we, the oligarchy, will take care of things. That's what this is really boiling down to, guys. So don't let this alleged raid and death allow you to, allow them to manipulate you into either going along with war or to giving up your own rights here at home. Again, Order out of chaos is the modus operandi, and we're starting to see this for what it truly is, guys. So I just wanted to bring that one to your attention today. Never forget, ISIS is and always has been a creation of the West. It is the criminal elements within the intelligence communities here in the West that set up, funded, armed, trained these rebel fighters turned ISIS caliphate crusaders. It's all designed by the West, and it's all designed to take over the Middle East and to gain more control right here at home. So take it for a grain of salt, what you get from the mainstream media, guys. And if you appreciate what you're getting from the alternative media on this case, please click the thumbs up button. Share this video. Let people know there's another side to this story here. We're being played for a bunch of fools here because they want to gain more control in the Middle East and right here at home. And guys, if you do appreciate our efforts, I want to remind you, once again, this channel is only supported 100% by you, the viewers. So if you do appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, again, please check the links on the screen or in the description below to where you can make a one-time donation. You can use PayPal, you can contribute Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies here. You can join as a PFT patron by clicking on that banner, or you can use the Patreon alternative, sign up for a monthly amount over here. Any amount helps and will be greatly appreciated as I continue to expose what's going on in the world as the mainstream media tries to, hide the truth from you. But we're going to continue to try to bring it. So once again, click the thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.